There are many ways to compromise the health of our brain without even realizing it. Imagine your life as it is, but with more mental clarity, a better mood, less anxiety, and an increased memory retention. How great would it be a better version of yourself and to perform at your maximum capacity? Having been taking some courses from a neurologist at a growth summit in Phoenix, I have become infatuated with the concept of rehabilitating the brain. From what I've learned from Amen Clinics, the Mayo Clinic, and the Alzheimer's Organization, I can explain a few tips to help improve the brain's health. With a few key points, I'm going to show you some ways to improve your mental health, to help prevent the risk factors for Alzheimer's disease, and to improve your memory. So why should we care? Well, here's an example of a healthy brain in a SCAT image, or SPECT image, and an Alzheimer's brain, where colors represent activity and blue represents inactivity. So basically, inside our brain we have a hippocampus, and it's responsible for creating thousands of new stem cells every day. And our job is to limit the number of these stem cells that we kill, which will expedite the healing process. So, I have another visual cue here for the risk factors involved in compromising our memory. This is by Dr. Amen, and he called it Bright Minds. It's an acronym that represents 11 factors. B represents blood flow to the brain. R represents retirement, which is also linked up with inactivity. I for inflammation, swelling of the brain. G is for genetics, which could be your family history. H is for head trauma, like concussions. T is for toxins, like chemicals in your household items. M for mental health, which could be social. I for immunity and infection, which could be cured with certain supplements. N for neural hormone deficiencies. D for diabesity, which is both diabetes and obesity together, kind of a fun term he invented. S for sleep issues. So all these factors are something that we want to keep in mind in order to see where our level of risk applies. Basically, so the first one was B for blood flow. This is related to exercise. And Dr. Ronald Pedersen wrote an article in the Mayo Clinic website explaining that physically active people less often suffer from mental decline. He recommends that we have physical activity for at least 30 to 60 minutes every day in hopes to delay the progression of Alzheimer's disease. Exercise has been shown and proven to improve your memory, your logic, and your judgment because it promotes the blood flow and the protective chemicals that are moving through your brain. So let's talk about supplements and spices. The Alzheimer's Organization describes in an article, Nutrient and Supplement Information, that people with Alzheimer's disease commonly lacked certain supplements in their blood chemistry profile, which leads us to believe that certain supplements, like vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids, and B12, could serve as natural remedies to slow the effects of memory loss. Dr. Amen, the author of Memory Rescue, also recommends natural spices as remedies, like cayenne pepper, turmeric, cinnamon, and lastly, drinking green tea, all of which will reduce the inflammation in your brain and promote healing. Dr. Amen also warns us against certain household items that could affect us in a toxic way. For example, things we don't think about, like deodorant has aluminum in it, which is also toxic when we absorb it into our skin. This affects your brain. You can also find them with no aluminum or parabens, and a carcinogenic issue that we want to keep in mind. Another issue would be the lead that's found in cosmetics, especially lipstick. I go with Burt's Bees because it's all natural and made from food, organic, remedy, that kind of things. But we need to be very careful of the things that we buy because not all the products are actually good for us. So, in conclusion, generally the rule of thumb is to limit all the factors that negatively affect our brain's health and also promote the ones that are better for our health. With a healthier brain, we can experience a better quality of life, and thus we need to make a few adjustments in our life to further our future well-being. Thus, we will improve our memory and decrease the risk factors for Alzheimer's disease. Thank you.